One night, Henry and Gordon were alone with James. Although the Fat Controller was beginning to think well of him, whenever a chance came, the other engines would talk of nothing but bootlaces. "Remember the time one had to be used to get you out of trouble, James," they would tease. James tried to get his own back, talking about engines who got shut up in tunnels and stuck on hills. But they wouldn't listen. "You talk too much, little James," said Gordon. "A fine, strong engine like me has something to talk about. I'm the only engine who can pull the express. When I'm not there, they need two engines. Think of that. I've pulled expresses for years and have never once lost my way." That night, the three engines had an indignation meeting. It's shameful to treat tender engines like this. Gordon has to go backwards and people think he's a tank engine. James spins round like a top and everyone laughs at us. And to add to that, the Fat Controller makes us all shunt in dirty side engines. When the Welsh coal came, Henry's driver and fireman were excited. "Now we'll show them, Henry, old fellow." A goods train was waiting in the siding to let the Flying Kipper pass, and the driver and fireman were drinking cocoa in the brake van instead. "They've broken our glass! They've broken our glass!" sobbed the coaches. The passengers weren't hurt, but they were cross. "Call the police!" "No," said the driver. "Leave it to Henry and me." "What will you do?" they asked. "Can you keep a secret?" Yes, flung open, and he woke with a start to see his driver waving a piece of paper. "Wake up, Toby," they shouted, "and listen to this. It's a letter from the Stout gentleman." Toby listened but the tar wagons and some trucks were all to pieces. When work was over, Thomas went to see the other engines. All their coats had been polished. "Ha," said Gordon, "just look at us. Your driver will have to work fast to get you as smart as us." One day, Edward was in the shed where he lived with the other engines. They were all bigger than Edward and boasted about it. "The driver won't choose you again," said Gordon. "He wants strong engines like us." "I'm going out again tomorrow," Edward told the other engines that night. "What do you think of that?" The engine's name is Henry. His driver and fireman argued with him, but he would not move. Sudden dirt from the tunnel had spoilt his lovely green paint and red stripes anyway. He wondered if he would ever be allowed to pull trains again. But I think he deserved his punishment. Don't you? He felt just as bad next morning. Henry usually pulled the first train, and Thomas had to get his coaches ready. If Henry is ill, he thought, perhaps I shall pull his train. Pull a train, but forgot about the coaches. Next morning, Edward and Thomas asked their drivers, and when they said yes, Thomas ran off happily to find trucks. There were lots of trucks, and Thomas worked very hard pushing and pulling. James's driver and fireman were feeling him all over to see if he was hurt. "Never mind, James," they said. "It wasn't your fault." Next morning, the Fat Controller spoke severely to him. "If you can't behave, I shall take away your red coat and have you painted blue." James had not seen the Fat Controller for several days. He was left alone for being naughty and was not even allowed out to push coaches and trucks in the yard. "Oh dear," he thought, he said. I hope now that you will be a better engine. You have given me a lot of trouble. People are laughing at my railway, and I don't like that at all. I'm very sorry, sir, said James. You've made the most troublesome trucks on the line behave. After that, you deserve to keep your red coat. The sight of the river. As he rumbled over the bridge, they finished their journey safely. You'll need your snowplow for the next journey, Thomas, said his driver. Huh! Snow is silly soft stuff. It won't stop me. There's a station. Then Gordon, James and Henry were cold, lonely and miserable. They wished now they hadn't been so silly. Out again. At last the Fat Controller arrived. I hope you are sorry, he said, and understand that you are not so important after all. We have a new tank engine called Percy who helps pull coaches, and Thomas and Edward have worked the main line nicely. Percy is still cheeky because he is that sort of engine, but he is always most careful when he goes on them. We'll be out early tomorrow. We've got to take the Flying Kipper. Don't tell Gordon, but I think if we pull the Kipper nicely, the Fat Controller will let us pull the Express. Frighten the policemen, they've been firm friends ever since. At first, the trucks behaved well, but James bumped them as he ran off happily with the news. They telephoned the Fat Controller. So Gordon didn't want to take the special train and ran into a ditch. What's that you say?
Go fuck yourself.